Beatles skyrocketed to fame with their groundbreaking sound and unforgettable songs, quickly becoming one of the most iconic acts in music history. While some audiences weren't ready for the wave of change the group brought to both music and pop culture, their devoted fans embraced them wholeheartedly. However, it wasn't until the release of one particularly controversial album that the band truly stunned listeners with a bold political message. In 1966, the Beatles released Yesterday and Today, a compilation album whose original cover shocked the public. It depicted the band surrounded by raw meat and dismembered baby dolls, a visual so unsettling that their record label swiftly pulled it from shelves. As a result, original versions of the album featuring this image became extremely rare. One such copy recently surfaced at auction and fetched an impressive five-figure price. The shocking nature of the Yesterday and Today cover was unexpected for fans. Up until then, Beatles album artwork had remained relatively straightforward, typically showing the band in simple portrait-style photos. So when this disturbing image emerged, it caused a stir both among their followers and within the music industry. The cover was widely interpreted as a protest against the Vietnam War. John Lennon explained in an interview that the decision to use such imagery stemmed from their frustration and exhaustion. He said they were tired of repetitive photo shoots and felt creatively drained. The photographer behind the image, who had a fascination with surrealist art like that of Salvador Dali, contributed to the bizarre aesthetic that ultimately defined the cover. Despite whatever artistic intentions were behind it, the photo didn't sit well with retailers, who refused to carry the album. Capitol Records reacted quickly, recalling the records and promotional materials. They instructed production facilities to cover the original photo with a new, more conventional image. Although Lennon and Paul McCartney seemed to dismiss the controversy, George Harrison later expressed regret over the photo shoot. In the Beatles anthology, he recalled that their manager, Brian Epstein, had introduced them to photographer Robert Whittaker, who was known for his avant-garde style. Harrison admitted he disliked the session from the beginning. He reflected that the image felt not only grotesque, but also foolish. In hindsight, he saw it as one of those misguided moments when the group did something they believed was edgy, but that turned out to be immature. Still, he noted that sometimes they found themselves compelled to go along with such ideas as part of the group dynamic. Copies of the album that retain the original image without any pasted-over artwork, known as first-state covers, are among the most prized Beatles memorabilia. One such copy was recently sold through RR Auction. The listing noted the album was in good condition, despite minor flaws, including handwritten radio station call letters on the back and a small edge fracture. It was accompanied by a copy of Capitol Records' recall notice. This rare, well-preserved edition ultimately sold for $12,501, reinforcing its status as one of the most sought-after collectibles in Beatles history.